Now in this session we are going to work on total price. Now this price whatever I have displayed here, this is the static price. Now whatever items I have inserted inside the cart, what items I am having inside the table, that price I have to display here. Okay, dynamic price I have to display. I should not display the static price here. I should be displaying the dynamic price. In this session we are going to learn two new methods in PHP. Okay, that is nothing but array and array sum. Okay, now let me just explain you what is array. Now imagine we are having multiple items here. Here I am having 1, then again here I am having 2, then here I am having 3. Here I am having 3 and here I am having 4. Okay, totally 4 items I am having. Now totally 4 items I am having. Now array, what we are going to do inside array is we are going to combine this. Now all these are related. 3 is number, 2 is number, 1 is number and also 4 is number. So what we are going to do is inside array we are going to combine all the elements and we are going to put in one container. Now when it comes to array we are going to use square brackets and whatever values we are having here, I'll just write here 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is how we are going to join all the elements and we are going to put in one container. Okay, array is nothing but it is a homogeneous collection of all the elements. Now here I am having 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I just want to find the sum of this. Okay, now in price also we are going to do the same thing. We are going to add the price of first cart element, then second cart element, then third cart element and then finally fourth cart element. Okay, now how many items we are having inside the cart? We are taking all their prices and we are putting inside the array. Okay, now imagine, let me just come here. Now inside this I am having, okay, the first cart is 100, so I will be writing here. Then I am having 20, then I am having 30 rupees, then finally I am having 500 rupees. Okay, this is how we are just going to take all the prices and we are just going to store here. Okay, inside array we are just going to store like this. Okay, this is the first cart price, second cart price, third cart price and fourth cart price. Okay, this is nothing but array. I'll just write here, this is an array. Now for this we just have to find the sum. I'll be writing array. Now below this we have to find the sum. So for that, inside array, for array we are having this array method. Now inside this array we are just going to pass the values. Now for array sum we are having array sum method. I'll just come down. Okay, let me just take another text and here I will be writing array sum. Okay, now what it is going to do is each and every time it is going to count. Okay, first it is going to take 100. Here I am having 100, 100 plus 20, then 100 plus 20 plus 30, 100 plus 20 plus 30 plus 500. Okay, total sum it is going to give me and that result whatever I am having here, this result we are going to store in one variable. Okay, now we are going to use these two functions, that is nothing but array and array sum. Using arrays we are just going to take all the cart price and we are going to store inside one container. And using array sum, whatever values we are having inside container, we are just going to add those values and we are going to get the total price. Now once we write the code, you will understand this in more clear way. Okay, I'll just come here. Now here we have already created this function to get cart number. Now below this I am just going to write one comment. I'll just write here total price function. Below this I am just going to create the function. I'll just give the function name as total cart price. Okay, whatever name you want you can give. As of now I am just going to give here total cart price. Now inside this, first I just have to make the connection variable as global. I'll just copy this one and here I am going to paste. Okay, this is must. Whenever we are creating new function, we are just making this connection variable as global so that this variable will be accessible throughout the function. Now below this I have to access the IP address. I'll just copy this one and here I am just going to paste which user has ordered the particular item. For that we are just accessing the IP address. Now whatever value we are getting from this, that will be stored inside this variable. Next we have to write the query. Here I am just going to write cart query. Now inside this query what I am going to do is I am just going to select the IP address. Maybe I am having multiple users. Now whichever user has login, only that IP address I am just going to access, and whatever cart items and whatever products that IP address is having, only that IP address's values I am just going to access. Now here I will be writing the query. Select star from cart details where my IP address, okay, the column name, okay, whatever column name we are having inside the table, is equal to this one. If this is equal to this one, only then I am accessing those records. If I am getting some records, here I am just going to execute this one. I will be writing here result is equal to MySQL query, and this is going to take two parameters. First is our connection variable, and second, wherever we have written query, I am just going to pass that one. Okay, now once it is done, what this query is going to do is, now suppose I am having 4 users, user 1, user 2, user 3 and user 4, and all the 4 users are having different IP addresses. Now user 3 has login. Based on that IP address, whatever cart items that IP address is having, that items it is going to fetch, and only that item's price it is going to add, and that price will be displayed to the user. Now below this, whatever product ID I am having inside the table, I have to fetch that one. So here I am just going to create here row. Now one user can order multiple items, so I am not writing directly row, I am just going to wrap inside while loop. Okay, we have already seen why we are using while loop when we display the products. Each and every time it is going to run unless and until it finds the result. So here I will be writing while loop. Inside this I am just going to pass this row. Now here I will be writing MySQL fetch. Now here I will be writing array. Okay, instead of ASOC I am just writing here array. Now inside this I am just going to pass this variable. I will just copy this variable and here I am just going to paste. Now what I have done, from this cart tables, if this IP address is getting matched, I am fetching all the data. Okay, I am just fetching all the data. Now here inside this I just have to fetch the product ID. I just want product ID. Using this product ID I should be getting the price. I will be writing here row, and inside this I am just going to write here product ID. Okay, this is the column name. Whatever column name we have passed inside this cart details table, I am just passing that one. Let me just show you. Inside this cart details table, we are having product ID, we are having IP address, and we are having this quantity. Let me just bring here. Okay, we are having 3 columns: product ID, IP address and quantity. First I am checking for this IP address. You can see here I am having 1, 1, 1, 1. So this belongs to user 1. So all the items related to user 1 will be accessed. All the 4 items will be accessed from here. And whatever ID I am having here, that I am accessing here. Okay, each and every time I am accessing this ID, which means I have accessed all these 4 IDs. Now below this, okay, I have accessed these IDs, I have stored inside this variable. Now once I get this ID, I have to find the price. Now these prices are present inside the products table. Okay, now whatever ID I am having here, using this ID I have to access the price. Now products are available inside the products table. Let me just come here. Now inside product ID 1, here I am having the price. Okay, now price I have to access from the products table. So we have to write another query inside this one. I will be writing here getting price, whatever you want. I will just write here select products. Inside this I am just going to write the same query. I will just copy this one and here I will be pasting that. Select star from products. We are just combining 2 tables and we are writing the query. Select star from products, where product ID is equal to this product ID. Okay, whatever ID we are fetching from here, that will be stored here. I will just copy this one and here I am going to paste. Now first time it is going to fetch ID number 1. So inside this products table it is going to check for product ID 1, and that related data I am just going to get. Okay, related to that I will be getting the result. Now once I write this query, I have to execute this query now. I will just copy the same thing and here I will be pasting that. Now here I will be writing result products so that we don't get confused. Now inside this I am just going to pass this variable. I will just paste that one. Okay, first I am accessing the IP address from the cart details, then I am fetching the product ID from that cart details, then from products table I am just fetching this product ID. If this product ID, whatever I am having inside the cart details, if this is getting matched inside my product table, I am just fetching that row. And here I have just executed this query. Now once I execute, I have to fetch the price. Now whatever product ID, if I am getting result from here, okay, I am just executing the query here. Now below this, I have to fetch the price from here. Again, I will just copy this while loop. Here I will be pasting. Okay, this while loop will run unless and until it finds the result. Now inside this, here let me just write here row. I will be writing here row product price. And here inside this I just have to pass this variable. I will just paste that variable here. Okay, don't get confused. I'll be explaining you again, then you will understand in more clear way. If you are understanding, then well and good. If you are getting confused, then also no problem. This is the first time you are doing this one, so it will be confusing, but once you practice this one, then definitely it is going to be very helpful and it will be very useful for you in each and every project. Now here I have to fetch the price. Okay, user can have multiple items, so multiple items we are going to wrap inside array. So for that I'm just going to create one variable. I'll just write here product price. Now all the product price I'm just going to wrap inside array. Okay, this is the method in PHP. Now here we have just created this variable. I'll just copy this one. I'll just paste. I'm just going to access the price. Now whatever price I'm having for each and every product ID, I'm just storing inside this array. Now once I get this one, let me just write here price. Now once I get all the prices, I have to sum that one. Now below this I'll just copy the same thing. I'll just write here product values, then row. Now instead of array, here I'm just going to write array sum. Now inside this variable all the prices are available. I'll just copy this one. Now in place of this I'm just going to pass that variable. Okay, this is how we are going to work. First we are just using array. Using array we are accessing all the prices we are storing inside this product price. Next, using this array sum, we are just counting. Okay, we are just adding all the prices. Now once it is done, I should be getting the total price. Now below this I'll be creating one variable total. I'll just initialize the value as 0. Now below this I'll just write here total. I'll be writing plus or equal to this particular value. Okay, each and every time it is going to run and it is going to generate me the result. Now suppose here I am having 100. Now inside this array I am having 100, 200, 300. First it is going to come 0 plus 100. So total will be 100 now. Again it will come 100 plus 200. Okay, it will keep on executing like that. Then finally I have to return this one. Okay, now this value I have to return. I'll just copy this, and here this while loop is ending here, and again we are having this while loop. I'll just close the function here, and here below this two while loops I'll just write here echo. I just want to return this total. Let me just explain you whatever I have done. I have just created this total cart price function. I have just made this connection variable as global, and from here I am just accessing the IP address I am storing inside this variable. Okay, we are going to have multiple users and each user will be having different IP addresses. Now whichever user has logged in, that user IP address I am accessing, I am storing inside this variable. I have just created one variable total and initialize the value as 0. Okay, you can give any variable name here. For better understanding, let me just write here total price. I'll just copy this one. Here I'll be pasting that, and also here I'm just going to paste. Now from here I'm selecting all the cart details where IP address is equal to IP address. Now whatever IP address I'm getting from here, if that IP address is present inside my table, I'm just fetching all the records from there. Once I write this query, I'm just executing this query here using this MySQL query. Now using this MySQL fetch array, I'm just fetching the ID, okay, product ID. Now suppose user 1, you can see user 1 can order. Inside cart details, for user 1 I am having 4 items. Okay, this is all the 4 items belongs to user 1. So each and every time I have to run this one, I have to get the product ID. So I am just wrapping inside this while loop and I am fetching this product ID. It is going to run each and every time and it will fetch 1, 2, 3 and 4. First time, suppose imagine first time here I am having 1. So it is going to fetch 1 from here, and that 1 will be stored inside this product ID. Then here I am just writing this query. I am selecting star from products. Okay, that is all the data from products where product ID is equal to product ID. Now here I am having 1. It will come to products table. Now I am having the value as 1. So it is going to check for this one. Okay, here I am having this result. It is going to fetch this particular record from here. Now here I am having first record. After that I am just executing this one. Now once I get that record, now inside this table I am having the price. Now here I am just fetching the price. That price I am storing inside the array. Okay, first time it will be stored array 1. Okay, that is whatever price I am having for this one. Okay, now for mangoes I am having 200. Now that 200 will be stored inside this array. Okay, like this it will be stored. Bracket 200 will be stored inside the array. Then here I am having array sum. As of now I am not having any data, so my value will be 200 here. Then here I am having total price. total price is equal to 0. So 0 plus product values. Now inside this product value I am having 200. So now total will be 200. Now again this while loop will run. Now second it is going to access this product ID. Now second we are having this product ID 2. It is going to fetch ID number 2. It will come inside this products table, and inside this products table we are having this ID 2, and for this fresh apples we are having the price as 300. So from here it is going to fetch apple. It is going to execute the query, and for apple we are having the price as 300. Now 300 will be stored here. Now for array sum 200 plus 300. Now it will be 500. Then now my total price is 200, and product value, now we have just inserted 300. It is just going to add that one, and we are just going to get here 500. Okay, this is how it is going to work. We are just executing this query. We are going to get the total price, and that total price we are just displaying there. Okay, it will run each and every time. How many cart items I am having, it is going to run for each time. Now here I have just returned that one. I'll save this. I'll just copy this function. Inside index.php, wherever we are having this total price, I'll just remove this static data. Here I'll be writing PHP code. I'll just call that function here. I'll save this. I'll just come to my project. Now you can see here I am having 100. I'll refresh this one. Okay, here I am having undefined array price. Let me just check for that on line 350. On line 350. Okay, here I should be writing product price. Okay, because inside my table I am having product price as my column name. I'll refresh this. Now you can see total 650 I am having. Okay, let us check for the output. Now here I am having product ID 1, 2, 3 and 4. Inside products table, the total should be 650 now. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Let me just come here. 200 plus 300 is 500. 500 plus 100 is 600. 600 plus 50, 650. You can see total 650. Now if I just add product ID 5, that is nothing but shoes. Shoes are 2000. Now if I just add here shoes, my total price should increase to 2650. I'll add this. Okay. You can see here the price has been updated, and here I am having 2650. Okay, this is how we are going to get the dynamic price. I'll come here. Now inside index.php, I'll just give some space here, and also at the end I'll just write this one. I'll save this. I'll refresh this one. Now it's looking better. Now inside all the pages I'm just pasting this. I'll just copy this entire list item. Now if I just click on view more, here the price is not dynamic, it is static. So we are just going to change there. I'll just come to product details. I'll just remove this list from here. I'll paste that one. Now if I refresh this, inside this page also I'll be getting the dynamic price. In the same way, now if I search for this one, apple, you can see here the price is static. We have to change there as well. Inside search product, I'll just paste that one. I'll save. I'll refresh. You can see the price has been updated. Okay, this is how we are going to change in each and every file, and we are just calling this functions. And inside display all also I'm just going to change. I'll just remove this. I'll paste that one. I'll refresh this. Now when I click on products, now it is okay. Here also price has been updated. Now if you want to add any stylings, you can give. It depends on you what stylings you want to add. Now from here, if I just delete one cart item, let me just come here. I'll delete 5. Okay. I'll come here. I'll refresh this one. Now you can see it will be updated by itself. Okay, if we add the items, the price will be updated. If we delete the items, then also it is going to update, and it is going to generate this result. Okay, this is how we are going to display the total price. It should take time to understand this. If you learn within 5 minutes or 10 minutes, then you are going to forget. Practice this, revise this, do by yourself, understand the concept by yourself. If you are not getting this one, explore YouTube. We are having plenty of videos in YouTube. Explore YouTube. Whichever video you feel that is comfortable for you, watch that video and understand the concepts. Don't quit if you don't understand these concepts. Learn by yourself, explore by yourself, and definitely you are going to understand these concepts, and you will never forget that concepts if you learn by yourself. Okay, now we are done with this total cart price function. Okay, if you want, you can just take the screenshot of this. You can work on this, understand the relationship between the tables, display whatever data you want, display that data, read more about array and array sum, because these are the new topics we have learned now. You can explore the concepts and you will have clear understanding on this. Next we are going to work on this cart section. Whenever I click on this cart, whatever items I am having inside the database, this data should be displayed here. Okay, we can update the cart, we can remove the items. You can see when I click on remove items, I'll check this one, I'll remove item, that item will be removed from here. Okay, next we are going to work on this session.